Good morning, Tottenham fans. We have a massive, massive game against Aston Villa this weekend in the FA Cup. The game is even bigger than it would be normally because of us badly going out in the League Cup and blowing our hopes of a Wembley return for Spurs and blowing our chances of a League Cup win. Now, the game against Aston Villa, we're only going to have 3 days rest. They're going to have a whole week to prepare for this. It's looking very ominous for Spurs, in my opinion. We need to freshen up this team, but it's very hard to do that when we've got no players coming back yet from injury. I think Van der Ven is still not coming back. I think Romero's not ready yet. I don't think Odegaard's ready yet. I don't think Maddison's ready yet. I don't think Solanke's ready yet. So it's going to be very hard. Sorry. It can be very hard to rotate this team and get a fresh team out to beat Aston Villa. Now, the Aston Villa game is not going to be as daunting and as hard as the Liverpool game, but it's still going to be a very, very difficult game to win. And if we went out of 2 cups in a week, it could demoralise the Tottenham players, demoralise the fans, and even demoralise Ange Postecoglou, because all we'd have left is the Europa League. And don't get me wrong, if we won the Europa League, I'll be screaming from the rooftops. But for me, it's imperative that we get through against Aston Villa at the weekend. And all I want to say is, what we need to do is we need to really freshen up this midfield. And I'm telling you, against Liverpool in the League Cup semi-final, we played Bentancur, Biss, and Sarr. And for me, Bissouma and Sarr are just not technically good enough to handle any sort of press. And it really showed because the ball was given away so many times. Bentancur wasn't perfect, but Bentancur is technically better than both of those players. So in this video, I want to tell you what midfield three we should use against Aston Villa, not only to freshen it up, but to also give us a better chance of getting a victory and playing more of a front foot style of football. So in the 6, we should put Archie Gray. Now, how long have we been waiting for him to play in midfield? And how long have we been waiting for a player that can get on the ball, comfortable with players around him, wriggle out of trouble, good at progressing the ball, good in the tackle, somebody that's will receive the ball and you know that he won't keep doing misplaced passes every 5 minutes. Yes, he does do misplaced passes now and then, but he's so much more technically gifted than Biss and Sarr, in my opinion. Biss and Sarr have other strengths. Sarr's work rate is phenomenal, but Gray on the ball in the 6, protecting that back 4 as well, would be ideal for us. And it's not exactly the first time he's played in midfield. He played for Leeds against Chelsea last season, and he was the best midfielder on the pitch. And he was 17 at the time, I think. He might have just turned 18, but he was playing better than the Chelsea midfield. Now, come on. I think it was Martinez or I can't remember, his Fernandez in midfield, I think it was, and Caicedo in midfield. And he was better than both of them. He was flicking it around them. He was getting it in tight spaces, and I think he's even improved as a player since then. He's got the experience from centre backs, from left back, from right back. So he knows what the midfielders need from him. He knows what the defenders need from him. He will receive the ball and he will progress it forward. I just think we should just try it. His energy levels are still high, even though he's played most of the games. I just think it would benefit us so much to have him in the 6. Why buy him otherwise? We should try this out. Now, in the 8, we should put Bentancur. Bentancur had a poor game against Liverpool. We all know this, but he's had some very good games too. He is more technically gifted than the other two. And for me, we just need a technical ability to play, to receive the ball off Gray. And he is more of a progressive passer than Gray is. And he will start attacks. And this is what we were missing against Liverpool. Nobody was progressing the ball forward, and we didn't even have a shot on target. We need technical players in the middle to start playing this Ange ball properly, because having guys that can just run and tackle is not good enough in the midfield. It is not, and we need to start thinking about changing this midfield going forward, and seriously need to sign a couple more in the summer, in my opinion. So Bentancur, so Gray in the 6, Bentancur in the 8. I think them two working well together would be. I think they would work really well together. The work rate is still high. It's not like it's a low work rate. They've still put tackles in, so we're not missing that aspect of the game. Then in the 10, I would put Bergvall. He never stops running. He was very good on the ball. When he came on against Liverpool, he was better than all the midfielders on that pitch. I mean, for Spurs, not for on the pitch, sorry. And he was on the ball. He was dictating things. He wanted it. He was spraying it left and right. You know, in the 10, he can be more forward thinking. He can slip balls through. You know, he can be a nuisance, and the energy of those three in midfield would, it would really help us. We'd need energy in midfield. If we play the same three in midfield against Aston, we will lose 100%. I'm telling you now, we will lose 100%. We need to be more progressive and we need to score goals. We need to get on the front foot against Aston Villa, because every time we've got on the front foot against Aston Villa, it's worked and we've scored 4 goals. It's worked both times that we've been on the front foot. We need energy in that midfield, and we need Gray, Bentancur, and Bergvall to start. We really do. And and another reason why I want Bergvall on a 10 is because I want Kulu to have a bloody rest. I need him to rest. We all need him to rest. He needs to rest. He can't keep playing every game. He looks shattered, and he's getting people are like starting to criticize him that he's not doing nothing in the game, but he's just got no energy. You can see it a mile off. Give a fully fit Kulusevski into a game and you'll see a difference. I'm telling you. When he played at Old Trafford fully fit, he ripped them apart. He created 9 goal contributions. He created 9 goal contributions, but that never happened, if you know what I mean. He created 9 big chances in a game. That's a record in the Premier League, by the way. So we just need to have this strength of midfield against Villa, and don't put Kulu out wide either. Give him a rest. Put Tell on the right. And again, I think we should put more on the left, and I think we should put. Oh God, I don't even know what striker we can put on now because we ain't got Richie anymore. Don't know about the striker. In the comments, tell me what striker we should put up front. Because we haven't got. I know you're all going to say put Sonny, but Sonny's knackered, Kulusevski's knackered. They both need rest. That needs to be swapped. I know we haven't got much choice because of the players that are available, but we just need to make sure that midfield is that midfield. And then the rest we're going to have to think about, because I never even thought about that before I made this video. But definitely Tell on the right, more on the left, and we need to figure out who we're going to put up front as well. Maybe put Tell in the 9 because he can play in the 9 position. Put more on the left, and I don't know who we're going to put the right. It's very hard. See, it's hard for me to even write it down on paper. Imagine what Postecoglou is going through right now. So, yeah, if we had this midfield, I really think it will give us a better chance of scoring goals, a better chance of keeping our foot on the ball, a better chance of having more possession, and a better chance for us to get up the pitch. Let me know in the comments what you think. What midfield three would you play? Would you play the same midfield as the Liverpool game, or would you completely change it like me? And come on, you Spurs.